This is JordangeVision. Pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Welcome, guys. How we doing? Time for another episode of Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Again, if you're not familiar with the show, basically we see 5 stories, and we have to guess whether each story is either based on a true story or is complete fiction made up by the writers. And we try to get as many right as we can. Last time I got 3 out of 5. Ended up being the first 3 because I got the first 3 right for the first time ever, I think. I thought, maybe this could be the episode that I get 5 on, but not to be. I've got mostly 3s. I've got a couple of 4s. Still looking for that 5. Maybe it happens this time. So let's see. Before I get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget, reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, a reminder, spoilers are likely. So if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back, but for those of you who are sticking with me, pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Let's watch Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, Season 2, Episode 10. Here we go. Looks like he's in a hurry today.
To find the truth on this show, you will have to rely on your animal instincts.
What other instincts would I have?
The show you're about to see is centered around mysterious creatures. Animals whose power to influence lives is both remarkable and unexplainable. Take this
Is it a dog story?
Even a simple question like, how many legs does it have, can be difficult.
Oh, that's trippy.
But these stories have something in common with the legs of this elephant.
I bet.
Motorcycle has held a mystique for Americans since the 50s. Movies like The Wild One and Easy Rider have encouraged the image of the cyclist as the glamorous rebel of the open highway. And today, motorcycles have joined the ranks of Greg Hansen never had much interest in motorcycles. He's much more into horses these days.
What's wrong with cars?
My grandfather ran the ranch for 40 years with pride and tender love and care. Prolonged illness sidelined him and the ranch was neglected.
That
Before
sucks.
he died, he was forced to sell off almost all of his horses, except for his favorite, Nugget.
I like that name.
It's a little
Better name for a chicken, though.
I'm so sorry. I know how much that ranch has always meant to you.
Rub it in, why don't you? Oh, what's going on, Nugget?
Mom, I'm gonna have to call you back. No, Nugget's out of the corral.
Does this happen often?
Nugget! All right, how'd you get the gate open? Where you
Magic?
at, boy? I sent an oncoming carrot embargo. Nugget!
Oh, there he is.
Nugget, what are you doing back here? If you're looking for company, I am it.
There's some squirrels running around.
I might have missed it altogether if it hadn't been for Nugget.
The horse isn't going to steal the motorcycle, is it?
I couldn't believe my eyes. A Harley-Davidson motorcycle.
What, like he never knew it was here?
I didn't remember my grandfather ever owning one. How long had it been there? Nugget? This is weird. I thought
It's
it
a
might
little
be
weird
fun
if
to
it just
ride
appeared
around
like
the
that.
ranch.
Yes, we should sell it.
Should sell it,
Should fix it up.
but I have a feeling he's tempted.
Call the local
Danny Gaines over here at Danny's Hog Heaven.
Oh, hi, that was quick. So do you
Commercial.
have the parts?
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that whole bike off your hands for $1,500.
$1,500.
There's nothing.
Come on,
It's got to be worth at least $3,000.
$1,750.
That
Or
quick.
keep haggling.
I want to hit $10,000. His final offer, he said.
Someone with
Look, I think I
10,000?
want to think about it. I called my mother and told her about the motorcycle and the $10,000 offer.
And
I would have
Nugget
taken
led you to
5,000.
it. Remember that biker I rode cross country with?
Ooh, you have a friend?
Yeah.
My mom's friend at the Valley Bike Shop checked out the serial number of the Harley. Later that same day, she received a very interesting conference call. A team of attorneys representing talk show host Jay Leno was
Oh,
interested
yeah,
in
Leno's
purchasing the vintage motorcycle.
Really into motorcycles.
The next day, I received a personal visit from somebody who never dropped by the ranch before.
What's the original guy?
Sorry to barge in on you, but this couldn't wait. Look, I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Lowball
Got
him.
somebody interested in this old hog. I got him up to $15,000.
Oh, really?
About as high as you.
$15,000.
Yeah. Well, if I were you, I'd grab it while the grabbing's good.
So it tells me Leno offered more.
Hey, easy boy, easy, all right? What's wrong?
Horse is saying don't do it.
Anyway,
Hold up, I gotta get the phone. Hold on, wait a second.
If Nugget
Leno.
hadn't interrupted... No, I didn't sell it yet. Why, you got an offer?
Sure do. Are you sitting down?
Oh, it's going to be big.
$2 million?
$2 million?
Take it!
I already
Wait, why would somebody pay that much money for this motorcycle?
did. Oh, they told
Good
me to
question.
tell you, be sure and look under the seat.
Wait, what?
Okay, thanks,
Wait,
Mom.
something's under the seat.
So what do you say, Bubba?
No thanks, I got a better offer. To
What is it?
Priscilla, love Elvis.
It was Elvis's?
Legend has it that Elvis gave Priscilla a motorcycle that has disappeared over the years, never to be recovered until now.
All right, let's talk about that. Again, you know, it's a horse, you know, having horse sense, I guess. But other than that, there's nothing really crazy about it. You know, the motorcycle did just kind of appear, but it's his grandfather's farm initially, and maybe, the horse led him somewhere that, he hadn't looked before, and the motorcycle was there. I don't look too much into, him not having seen the motorcycle before until the horse led him to it. But that is a little strange, but it's not, a lot strange. Now, something I've kind of learned on the show, when a real person is brought up, like Jay Leno or Elvis or Priscilla or whoever, the story usually ends up being true. Because of that theory, and because, I don't think it's that outrageous a story compared to some of the other ones I've seen, I'm going to guess this story is true. Okay, that's guess number one. Let's see what we got for the next one.
If the average dog is man's best
Doggo!
friend, then what accolades does a seeing eye dog deserve? Within their staunch hearts lie the power to protect and guide their owners from harm.
It's amazing what a
But the
dog
dog
can
in our
actually be
next
trained to
story
do.
seems to be... Lloyd Weeks has been blind since birth. The most important thing in Lloyd's life is his dog, Buff.
Hey, Lloyd. What's up?
You're finally getting some pain.
Don't lick it, puppy.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Hey, I may be blind, man, but I can still smell paint.
Can you
True.
smell what color it is?
Of course, whatever's on sale.
Good answer.
Everyone in the building was fond of Lloyd and Buff until late one evening when the
You
howling
weren't supposed to pet a service dog. Oop. What's wrong, puppy?
Lloyd, I'm getting a lot of complaints. You're going to have to keep Buff quiet.
My husband and I can't sleep with that dog howling like that.
I know, and I'm very
Yes.
sorry, but I don't know what's gotten into him.
Yeah, what's wrong, buddy?
All right, Lloyd, all right. Good night. Just keep him quiet, will you?
Good night, Rick.
Yeah, settle down, puppy.
Early the next morning, Rick made a horrifying discovery. During the
Uh-oh.
night, the tenant in apartment 1B hanged himself in his bathroom. 5 days later, Buff howled again, and another tenant died.
So the howling
For
is
the next
killing
2
people?
weeks, the building...
Rick, you gotta help me.
Oh, no.
It's Roy. I think it's his heart.
Oh, jeez.
Rick tried to revive Roy, but it was hopeless. He died of a massive heart attack, exactly 1 hour after the howling had stopped.
Or again, eh?
I'm telling you, there's something wrong with that dog. Every time he howls, somebody in this building dies.
They're putting
We
it together.
just want him out of here.
Lloyd would never let Buff go. The dog is his eyes.
Can't kick out a seeing eye dog.
Truly sorry about all of this, but you won't have to
Cool.
worry about Buff and I anymore, because we're moving out.
Oh, you don't have to do that, dude.
Bill, I feel really bad about this.
Yeah,
Where are you going to go?
at least he's helping.
Buff and I are going to visit my sister. She's always wanted me to come. Now's the time.
Oh, no. I worry about the sister now. Oh, no. One more before he goes.
Rick couldn't help what he was feeling.
It's going to be all right.
Maybe Rick would be the next to die.
I know.
He's getting
I love
scared.
you too.
The following day, 2 police officers came to Rick's building. They informed him that a man was killed by a runaway truck. Rick's card was found in his pocket.
Oh, it was him.
It broke his heart. Lloyd
No
and his
way.
dog Buff died exactly 1 hour after the howling stopped. And now it was clear
Lloyd and the dog?
final howling
Oh, no.
was Buff some kind of angel of death foretelling doom? Or was it mere coincidence that all those people died? And what about the death of Lloyd and Buff?
Oh, no.
Tell you whether this story is true or false at the end of
Jonathan,
our show.
be safe.
But coming
All right, let's talk about that one. Let me recover from that one first. Like I have heard stories before about dogs, like, knowing something's about to happen to people, If you get my drift. Like, Like they sense that someone's unwell before even the person themselves senses they're unwell. Maybe the dog starts acting kind of weird because of it, and then the person dies. I know it's a bunch of people in different rooms in an apartment building, but I think a dog could still kind of sense it that way. And this is a seeing eye dog, so their senses are a little heightened. So I don't think that is too out of the ordinary. Like it's a little bit crazy that it's multiple people, but the dog perhaps being disturbed by this latest howling. I don't know how to explain it really, but the dog howled one more time, and maybe it distracted them so much that he kind of crossed the street the wrong way, and they both met their doom, kind of thing. So it's a little difficult, I think, but I think I am also going to say I think this one's true. Okay, I've got the first couple true. Let's see what story number 3 has for us.
Would you display this as a trophy? Many hunters do.
Yeah.
When a hunter goes too far to satisfy his own bloodlust, then some line between nature and humanity is violated. Judd Folger's
coming right for us. Like already I'm thinking he's driving way too fast.
We had no luck. We were going home empty-handed.
Well, lucky bucks.
I say we just pack it in. Zig it for you next week.
No, no, I'm not going to be giving up that easy. That's what you said last week. We didn't buy these bows here to impress the tree.
Be impressed if I was a tree.
The trouble is, all that game's on that reservation land. Can't hunt there.
Says who?
What are you up to?
I'm going where the deer and the antelope play.
Gonna hunt illegally, are we? All right.
I'm telling you, I've heard some weird stories about this place. Some peculiar things have happened up here.
Would you just shut up? You're gonna scare all the deer away.
This guy's got no respect.
Judd, wait a minute. Somebody's watching us.
Nobody's watching us. There's nobody around here but us. Would you just give me a break?
Got a weird feeling.
Be around here but us, but all the deer are here, I'm sure of it.
Sounds like a drum.
Drums, yeah. Right. This is the last time that I go hunting with you. You are a pain in the butt.
You were having fun 5 minutes ago.
I got me a buck.
I don't think so, Judd. He's not very big.
He's big enough.
Joe Bambi.
I got him.
Oh. Looks like you ran away to me.
Now, you hear that? Those are drums.
Yeah, they're drums. So what?
So who the hell's playing them?
I don't know.
Deer's playing
I
them.
don't care. But I got my deer. He's laying up there dead somewhere, and I'm gonna get him.
I say you got it. We're going back. We're going back.
Yeah, you didn't even get him, so...
I'm coming back here tomorrow. I'm going to find my buck, and I'm going to give me another one. And you ain't coming.
I don't want to come. I don't want any part of that place.
Alright, you can just get killed on your own then. Oh, is that the deer?
Would you look over there?
That looks like your buck.
That is not my buck. I killed my buck. I'm gonna kill this one.
You didn't kill your buck.
Hey, he's getting away.
Ooh, get away. Oh, you idiot. Looks like the buck got you.
The deer that caused the accident? Just wanted you to know he wasn't killed by your truck. He was killed by an arrow.
What?
It's an old Indian arrow, not one of yours.
Old Indian arrow?
Really?
Yeah.
The arrow in his side was an artifact from an early Indian tribe. The same tribe whose property we had trespassed on.
Okay, that
Was
story's
Judd's
weird.
death an ironic? Maybe the deer who blocked the truck was just wounded by someone in the immediate area. If so, then why were no other hunters found nearby? And how do you explain the presence of the Indian arrow?
Of all the stories I've seen on this show, this is one that's actually breaking my brain. Like, it's like a whole lot of stuff happening at once, So supposedly, he shot the deer, or missed the deer, whatever. And then the deer shows up in the road, and the deer supposedly was hit by an arrow, but not his arrow. It's enough to make you cross-eyed, and I'm kind of getting a headache just thinking about it. I don't know what to think of this one, but it's a very strange story, and I think there's so much coincidence in it. Of course, hunters going to a place where they're not supposed to hunt is nothing new, but other than that, like the coincidence, he thought he hit the deer with his arrow, and the deer that killed him later was hit with a different arrow. Yeah, it's just too much, man. I'm gonna say this one's fiction. And, like, I'll confess, I might have to watch that story again to like understand it fully, because it's a lot of plot points. But yeah, 3 down, 2 to go. Let's see what the next one is.
Almost every culture has some object that's supposed to ward off evil spirits. From gold amulets to the decorated spears of the medicine man to a simple rabbit's foot.
Yeah, it's true. Like, every culture has its thing that they believe in, and it works for them. So
American graduate student Jason Reed has been living with the Bantu tribe deep in the lush rainforests of Brazil for the past 2 months. The Bantu people's chieftain has allowed the young American access with certain restrictions that he must honor.
what kind of restrictions are those?
What do you use it for?
It's called a dream catcher. And the elders
Oh, yeah,
of
I've
my
heard of
tribe
those.
use it for I can catch your dreams with it and find out many things about you.
All you find out is that I dream about you every night.
My grandfather would never approve of our love.
Why?
Forbidden love, eh?
He's a chief. What he doesn't know won't upset him.
I mean, it sucks when people are kept apart like that, but, it's about respect, right? Asking for his blessing.
You say you come here to study, but you are only interested in my granddaughter.
Can it be both?
There's nothing else going on, I swear.
I mean, kind of a lie, but
I warn you, stay away.
Hey, no problem. I'm just here to do my research, then I'll leave.
yeah, I wouldn't promise this
Respect
guy.
for you, Chief Yuka.
Jason did not heed the warning of the great chief and continued his pursuit of the beautiful young princess.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Within the week, the chief's illness became worse and he died with his loving granddaughter by his side, for she knew her grandfather had died with anger in his heart.
She's gonna resent him now, eh?
Where my grandfather's spirit will leave his body and enter a crow, which then takes flight. No one is allowed in the hut until his spirit has been released.
Well, I've kind of got a feeling where this story's going.
Such an act would show great disrespect for my people and my grandfather.
You're right. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I would never do anything like that.
Don't.
Plot twist, he does something like that.
The next day, before the ceremony started, Jason allowed ambition to win out over honor.
He's doing it.
He disobeyed the ancient funeral custom for his own selfish gain.
How could you?
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, spirit goes into the crow, crow kicks his ass.
Drew the weight.
That's my theory. Oh, maybe the crow kicks his ass first. Forget how to walk? What's going on? Oh, that crow is on a mission. Oh, did he fall off a cliff?
Punishment for this offense will be swift and sure, and the trees will echo with the sound of justice. May redeem
That's swift and
itself
sure
in the
enough.
future world. But was it really the crow that killed him? Or knowing the legend? Did he imagine that he was being stalked by a deadly enemy? Perhaps the bird was
Maybe?
only as powerful as Jason's own imagination.
Okay, a lot to take in on this one. So, an outsider visiting a tribe. Not really respectful of the tribe's customs, but, just trying to do his research and all that. He ignores a lot of the traditions, tries going after the granddaughter, even though, the chief doesn't approve. The chief dies, he takes those pictures, despite the fact that no one's supposed to be in there. And then basically he gets his cosmic karma, the crow kind of chases him off a cliff, so supposedly, I didn't actually see a ceremony which, put the spirit into the crow or whatever. It just seemed like the crow did it before that happened. Yeah, I've never heard of this tribe, by the way. I don't know if it's a real tribe or a fictionalization of a real tribe, or... Yeah, it would be helpful to know if, there actually is a tribe based around the crow like that, or, maybe it's another bird, Again, they do change some details about the true stories and all, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And again, there's not really anything supernatural. It is, a crow chasing a guy off a cliff. Who's to say whether, the chief spirit was actually inside the crow. But, whether you believe in some traditions or whether you don't, as an outsider, in some strange way, they all kind of work, right? So this is one I think I'm going to take a chance on and guess true. Okay, one more, and then we get our answers and see if we finally have our first 5 out of 5. Let's go.
There's so many expressions in our everyday life taken from the game of cards. Poker face, the Joker's wild, ace up your sleeve, just to name a few.
Mm-hmm.
Wally Pratt, a middle-aged salesman,
Wait, Dow's
was
in
Lucky's
this one?
latest pigeon. Me and my buddy Carl played along, so we had a full table.
Barry Livingston, he's an old child star too, right?
Lucky had us trained to pick up our cues. Too rich for my blood.
Me too.
Poor Wally. Could figure
Hey,
out
Wally.
how Lucky could beat him.
I
Wally
think
was
they have Tony
already
Dow's
in
in
for
this, and
more
there's a
than he
character
could
named Wally.
afford, but he didn't want to fold.
I don't really know what he looked like as an
Besides,
adult, so I don't know
had a
who
good
Wally
hand.
is, but...
We could all see it in the mirror behind him.
Okay.
Me and my buddy Carl had a side bet on how long it would take to clean Wally out. I had under an hour, and it was going on 59 minutes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But I don't have the cash. This watch is worth at least $3,000. My wife gave it to me for our anniversary.
Oh, this never works. Your wife is gonna kick your ass.
Beat this, cowboy. Full house.
Whoa, Wally. Whoa. Better put on the brakes there. Seems that my house is fuller than your house.
59
no.
minutes and 42 seconds. I won the bet.
The bet within the bet.
I drop by each week for a friendly game of poker, and each week I lose, big time. No matter how good my hand is.
You accusing me of cheating, Wally?
Yes, I am.
So intense inside the saloon, we forget there's a whole modern world going on outside.
Sleep outside the card game?
Who cares? Just so long as he shows up next week so we can take him again.
He ain't gonna come back.
What's he gonna gamble with?
Oh, losers always come back because they think they can win.
It was
Don't get too
June
attached to
3rd,
that watch.
1997. None of the locals would play with him. They didn't want to get cheated out of their money.
Anybody here interested in a friendly game of poker?
Mysterious poker expert coming?
First of all, the old man had the confidence of a winner. And then there was that dog sitting there with his eyes fixed on Lucky, almost like he was daring him to cheat.
Probably smells a cheater a mile away.
And then we saw Lucky lose a hand. Now that's something nobody had ever seen before.
He not so lucky anymore?
It was bad enough trying to stare down the old man, but that dog looked right through you. Seemed sort of like the dog was reading Lucky's mind and sending a telepathic message to the old man.
The dog's
All
keeping
I
him
know
honest.
is the old man, and he was cleaning Lucky's clock.
Oh, that's a good hand.
But the old man was watching real close, and what the old man didn't catch, the dang dog did.
Yeah, just stay right under that table. Fight him if he
The
tries
rest
to
of the
cheat.
afternoon, Lucky did nothing but lose. All the while,
Is he gambling with the watch now?
Breathing.
Catch you cheating again, and I'm not going to be so easy on you.
Reputation precedes him.
I'm telling you, I seen that old man somewhere before.
But where?
The answer was right there on the wall, a picture taken in 1902 of the late Roy Bean.
Oh,
the head
really?
Judge. Now, he'd been dead for years, but that old man sure looked like him, and it was definitely the same dang dog.
Weird.
What happened here? Could this really have been Judge Roy Bean, or just someone who looked like him? How do you explain the gold watch in the photo? Was it always in the picture? Why hadn't anyone noticed it before?
So let's see about that one. Okay. Kind of giving me Shining vibes, the old picture with the guy we just saw currently in it. But could this one be true? Again, the guy never explicitly said that he was, the old guy in the picture. He just kind of looked like him, but there's also a watch in the picture, the same dog's in the picture. other stories where something like that happens as well that are escaping me at the moment. I don't think The Shining is the only one, but it's a hard one. It's a hard one. But I think just because it's kind of a well-constructed story, again, similar to, it's reminding me of The Shining. I keep saying that. I think it would have been more believable if it was like Wally in disguise, winning his own stuff back, but a ghost from the past with the same dog in the picture and the same watch that he just won in the picture as well. It just seems a little too much to believe. I think I'm going to mark this last one here as fiction. All right, so for this episode, I have 1, 2, and 4 as truth. I have 3 and 5 as fiction. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how we did.
Let's look at our stories and see which are fact and which are fiction. How about the story of the Elvis motorcycle that Jay Leno paid millions for? True or false?
They told me to tell you.
So I said true, but...
What do you say, Bubba?
No thanks, I got a better offer. To Priscilla, love Elvis.
Although this story has been spread as true, it never happened. It's
false. Wow. Okay, wrong on that one. 0 for 1.
What about the story of the blind man's dog and his bark of doom?
This one's freaky, but...
I love you too.
I said it was true.
Did we base our story of the foreboding dog on an actual event? Yes, it happened.
Yes.
According to first-hand interviews conducted by author Robert Tralins.
So it's 1.
Let's take a look at the story of the hunter who turns out to be prey.
So I said fiction on this one.
That is not my buck. I killed my buck. I'm going to kill this one too.
Yeah, this one's going to kill you.
No!
Was this story of vengeance in the forest based on a real event? Not this time. It never
This
happened.
time. Okay, so that's 2.
What about the story of the young man who refused to take the native curse seriously?
I said truth on this one.
Did the legend of the crow really take place? Not a chance. We made it up.
Okay. So we're still at 2.
Now let's
Chance
turn
for
to
3 on the
story of
last one.
Card cheats and the player that taught them a lesson.
And I said fiction.
Catch you cheating again, and I'm not going to be so easy on you.
Did a story about a card game similar to this one actually happen? Yes, it did.
Yes. Okay. So I ended up with 2. I don't think I've actually ended with 2 before.
What did you do with all of our stories of mysterious animals? Were you able to tell the difference between
Yeah, they
fact
all
and
had animals
fiction?
in them. Okay, that was a fun one. Well, thank you guys for tuning into another video. Not the best one this time. Only got 2 out of 5. I've been getting a lot of 3s and a few 4s lately. But a 2 is bound to happen once in a while. It's better than a 1, though, and it's definitely better than a 0. So, there's 3 episodes left in this season. Maybe the 5 will happen before the season ends, but yeah, only one way to find out. Just keep watching. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, JordangeVlogs. And until next time, this is Jordan saying, you can be productive sitting at home on your couch. All you need is a TV, a great catalog, and a vision. This has been JordangeVision. Have a good one, guys. Take care, and bye-bye.